So it is year number 5 for me for when I donated about 70% of my liver to an anonymous person.
So 70% of your liver, that seems like a lot. Do you not need that?
So basically what it is they take, I think for an adult, they take the right lobe and then the left lobe then grows and compensates and fills that space. So I have a fully functioning liver now. It takes about 3 months to get to that point. And the same happens in the recipient. So they get the right lobe and then the right lobe will grow and compensate, and 2 livers out of 1.
Wow.
Yeah.
You gave something and your return was a long recovery period. So that's all the more giving, isn't it, really, like knowing that?
Yeah, I mean, for me though, when I think about it, it was nothing in comparison to what that person would have been going through, right? So even when I was just getting testing done, I shared a room with someone who was on the recovery floor, and I could hear how in pain they were. And it was like all the time, that's their life. And there's so many different ways when somebody's on that list, it's because they won't live if they don't get this organ. So for me, it didn't even pop into my head. I could totally handle that. That's nothing. It's 3 months and then like there's nothing. If I didn't have a scar, it's like it didn't happen.
Really?
I donate in different ways. I donate clothing and gifts and bicycles to Cuban people. And that is what has really shaped my life in the last number of years. On that second visit in 2009, that's when I had some pivotal conversations with some people there that I was becoming acquainted with. And it was kind of a crazy thing. I was laying in bed, I woke up at 4 in the morning, and I was kind of laying there thinking about how I could work with these people and we could develop projects, help the community and do things, and we would have Canadian-Cuban connection and then boom, and the bed started to shake like it was magic fingers on steroids. And I thought, okay, I don't usually look for signs, but that's kind of something that's too hard to ignore. And so I sort of felt like that was kind of a push to go in that direction.
Absolutely.
Turned out it was an earthquake, but only a small one.
Just enough to get the message across.
That's right. So I just took it from there. And that's the following year, I spent another visit there exploring and learning to know the community better and figuring out how to do things. I took my first bike. I took one that was a 10-speed, and then I quickly learned that actually the mountain bikes are much better in that region because the roads are so bad. And so a lot of people will want to drive it out in areas where a 10-speed with the thin tires isn't going to work as well. And then I also started learning more about how to transport things and how to, I started renting cars, and I do that sometimes. If I have enough extra cash, I'll rent a car, and then I can take bikes farther out into the countryside and bags of things to distribute. And I have various people down there now that I have a network of people I trust so that we can go places where ordinary tourists might not go because they might be nervous about going out into the countryside and not knowing the roads and that sort of thing.